going on, everybody? We are back. This is another day. The progress continues. So I have a problem. I had a problem with my car, man, with the fuel leak. In the last video you guys seen that I did say that it was misfiring, and I mean, really, I think it might be misfiring because it was out of fuel. I'm sorry, not out of fuel. Yeah, it was out of fuel. So I think it was misfiring because it didn't have enough fuel to keep the engine on, and I think that's what caused everything. But there's another problem that I found while I was crawling under the car, and maybe that could have been another problem a problem that I was having that I just never found out of when I had the SVO. So check it out. So while I was under the car, I noticed I was looking through the fuel line, and because I was trying to go grab a fuel line off of a V8, but while I was under this car, I noticed that this is the feed line, and man, you can't really tell on the video, but because all that dirt and shit, but dude, that is pinched like a motherfucker, man. That's choking the hell out of the fuel system. And I'm thinking of how to ghetto rig this shit. Meanwhile I don't have my my legit fuel lines, something that'll work, something that'll have it out of the way, because this is still a 4-cylinder fuel line system. The fuel lines are on the driver's side, where the V8s, these 5.0s, they run on the passenger side. They come through here, and down the whole passenger side of the vehicle. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to cut the fuel line from where it got pinched, and see if I can somehow bend it enough to get it as far as I can to the feed lines, to these feed lines right here, so I can use as minimal hose as I possibly can. I will show you guys, but I'm actually running out of time right now. The sun is about to go down. I'll do this shit first thing tomorrow morning. All right, good morning, everybody. Saturday morning, and I can already feel winter coming in. It's cloudy as hell, and it feels cold, so that's not a good sign. But anyways, I'm about to get started with what I had mentioned yesterday about cutting the fuel line on the driver's side, and using that line to run it as close as I can to the engine. And I'm gonna try to use as minimal fuel hose as I possibly can. Prior to connecting the fuel hose to the hard line, I'm gonna be flaring the ends just so I can ensure that it's not going to slip off. All right, so first off, I started with my return line, because that's the one that I actually bended down from this side, and I'm gonna be cutting the lines one by one just so I don't get it mixed up, because I don't want to be installing this backwards. So I'm gonna be starting with my return line. All right, so this is where this one is pinched. This is the return line, and this one's pinched from right here. This is not as bad as this one. You can, I don't know if you guys can actually see. Let me see if I can get it zoomed in. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Look at it. It's pinched like a motherfucker. I mean, that shit is damn near pinched all the way. It's starving fuel hella bad. So this is most likely one of the reasons why it's not starting up as good as it should. safe to say I'm never doing that shit again. That shit was a pain in the fucking ass. It was hard. I mean, realistically, if you're gonna do this, I mean, you want to take the fucking drive shaft off before you start doing this. But since I didn't realize I was doing that the lines were pinched up until just recently, everything else was already done. My drive shaft, my fucking exhaust piping, all that was already done. And honestly, I was just too fucking lazy to unbolt it from over there. Plus, I had already filled the transmission with transmission fluid. And if I were to take off the drive shaft, then I was gonna start leaking transmission fluid from the tail right there of the transmission. So yeah, this was just a fucking pain in the ass. I didn't record any of it. Plus, I know I did say that I wasn't going to cut both of the lines at the same time, but if I didn't cut both of these lines at the same time, then it'd be that much more work for me. I mean, it was bad enough as it was already, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But anyways, yeah, I mean, shit, man, as you can see, it's not even stretched out all the way, and it's already reaching right under the firewall right there. So I'm gonna try to straighten this out as much as I can, and I'm gonna flare the ends of both of these, and I'm gonna plug it back in. All right, pretty much I got this exactly where I want it. That's as far as it's gonna get. I mean, that's pretty damn good. I know it could have been a little bit better. I mean, it would have been a whole lot better if it would have been a lot closer, you know, to the engine. But honestly, that is perfect for me. And I just want to make this clear. This is not a permanent fix. This is just temporary, because I will be going with steel braided lines. I'm going to be running AN lines all the way from the tank to the fuel rails. So this is not by any means any permanent fix. And another thing that I wanted to point out is that, you know, this is not perfect by any means. I did try to get it as close as I can. As you can see right here, I did try to make some bends to try to make it tuck up here, but it's still kind of, I don't like this right here. It's I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is there's a pretty nice gap right here between the body and the lines. All right, next on my to-do list will be flaring these lines. So I already went ahead and started deburring these, because you do want to try and get them. I don't know why this shit won't focus. You want to try and get these ends deburred. I don't really have a deburring tool, but I'm using this bit. I'm just using the bit part, obviously, just to clean off. You know, this should work. Just to clean off the around the inner diameter. You know, I got it because when you cut it, it kind of folds it in a little bit, and yeah, it'll restrict it that much. You know, it's not a whole lot, but it's a little bit. Every bit matters. And then you just try to file it. You just file the end right here, and then the outer diameter. You just clean it up a little bit. There you go. Next is you get your flaring kit, and then what you want to do is grab your this is the actual tool that's gonna make the fucking flare, and you're gonna put this piece on there. You're gonna want to grab this one, I didn't back it up. You got the first flare, and if you want to double flare it, basically all you gotta do is just take off that bit and then just keep going. Bada bing, bada bang. That's it. I'm gonna be honest, I did the second one off camera and it came out kind of janky. Really, I don't really care, because really the only reason why I'm flaring this shit is to have the hose not slip off. So that's really all I really wanted. But if I were to use this for, like, let's say like a brake line, I would probably be doing it again, because yeah, it's not good enough. So yeah, so far that's cool. I ain't tripping. And right now I'm gonna try to get this and secure it to the side of this brace. And just like that, we is done. There you go. That's the end product. Got it right there. This motherfucker's pretty sturdy. Got another one right here. You know, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out, and I don't think I should have any problems. All right, guys, it's a successful day. I'm really kind of juiced right now, because I just turned this car back on, and you know how I was just saying that that it was misfiring. Well, it turns out I was right. That pinch that the fuel line had, it was making all the difference. So I just turned it back on and I let it idle for a little bit, and I gave it some gas, which last time that I gave it some gas, it was just sputtering. It wasn't revving, so it would struggle to stay on. Now, I mean, I still don't have, you know, gas on my tank, but now that I just rerouted my fuel line and took that pinch out of the line, the fuel flows way better. And actually, I'm gonna turn my car back on so you guys could get so you guys could hear it, so you guys can check it out. And that's where I'm going to be wrapping up my video. Yeah, this was just something simple that could have gotten easily overlooked, because it was a problem that wasn't really visible. You had to get under the car, and honestly, maybe if I would have thrown a fuel pressure tester, then I would have probably found that there was a problem right there. It would have been easier for me to figure it out, but I don't have it. I never thought about getting a fuel tester, but seems like it's running pretty good right now. I mean, there's still some more things that need to be done on this car before it's really ready, but this is a really good start. So yeah, thanks, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to please like this video, and if you want to share it, you can go ahead and share it. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.